Welcome to Oskaloosa, Iowa. Population is 11,000 and a very beautiful town square founded in 1884. But is that a problem? Is Oskaloosa too vintage? Does it need to be modernized? Or is it fine how it is? William Penn students took a look to find out.
All right, what is your name and your relation to Oskaloosa, Iowa?
My name's Cheryl Jansen, and I am just back in town visiting family here. I lived in Oskaloosa for about 23 years.
Wow.
Now reside in Texas.
Mm-hmm. Can you give us a memory, one of your best memories from being here in Oskaloosa?
I think would probably be the Christmas parade.
Yeah.
With the snow falling and all the Christmas lights on.
Those are still a big hit now.
Yes, it's beautiful.
In your opinion, can you just tell us some ways that Oskaloosa can be modernized?
I think they're on the right track right now.
Yeah.
I think the square up here, look, the buildings and the renovations, I think they're on the right track.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
What is your name and your relation to Oskaloosa, Iowa?
Dave DeYoung is my name, and I am an employee of Van Wall Equipment, the John Deere dealership in Oskaloosa. And I've been employed there for 50 years.
In your own opinion, how would you modernize Oskaloosa?
I think we probably have a lot of things that are already in the process of being modernized. I think these bypasses are going to be great for Oskaloosa because traffic is a big thing. We have a lot of problems with that. As far as bigger improvements, it seems like we've got quite a bit of employment in Oskaloosa already, and probably the next big challenge is to provide housing for all these people.
Yeah. Actually, with your experience being here for 50 years, have you had conversations with others in town about these topics that you just told us about?
I more or less observe more. I'm not involved in many local projects. Been mostly employed working at the implement dealer for all them years. I never had time for all the extra stuff. Farming has become a year-round thing that it's always busy, and really didn't have a lot of time to get involved in the community projects.
If there was a way to make it easier for folks like yourself to get involved, how would you want that to happen?
If there was a way, you got to first want to do that.
So you have to drag you out the house?
Well, not so much. I'm never in the house much, but I'd have to stop working somewhat to do those things. Basically, it's something that in order for people they have to be the type of people that want to be in the front leading people, and I'm not really much of a leader. I'm more of a follower and an enabler.
And those are necessary. What's your name and your relation to Oskaloosa, Iowa?
My name's Anna, and I've lived nearby my whole life. But my cousins live here in Oski, so I have to come up here just to visit them and to study here. And
yeah. When you come visit your cousins, can you give us a best memory you've had here in Oskaloosa?
Whenever they have, I forget what it's called, but when we have the concerts on the square, we do that every single year, and we go with all of our cousins there, and it's so fun. It's just like, because my grandparents live a little bit outside Austin too, and so we all just like come here, watch the concert, and it's super fun. I love it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
The Christmas lights. I love all the Christmas lights. It's so cute.
And they're still iconic to this day.
They're so iconic. I love it. I sometimes just come here just at night just so I can see them, because it's like,
that's so
pretty. They're so cute. Yeah.
So our question for you today is, how do you think Oskaloosa can be modernized? Yeah.
I say, I know it's under construction, I guess, but a better theater, because I miss coming here and watching movies because there's none here right now.
Yeah.
Maybe like some more like chain. Maybe like a crumble cookie, like, I don't know, like something more chain. Yeah, like more chain.
That sounds really good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like a Starbucks or crumble, something like that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, roads can be fixed. I'm not too worried about that,
Yeah.
but it's, fix up a road if you want it.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, that would be enjoyable for not only you, but like when you come here to see your cousins and your family.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you think that could be modernized here in Oskaloosa? Or if you want to go more into detail?
The malls?
Ooh. The
mall is
you hit
so-
a spot.
That I completely forgot about that. The mall is so dead right now. But
In what
like,
ways?
I think there's a Mexican restaurant, there's Pizza Ranch. There's no shopping there. There's like there's a thrift store, but like the nearest mall for me is an hour and a half away. It'd be nice if I could just like it doesn't have to be a big one, but like if they would just have some more even just like boutiques and like other cute stores or something like that, that's all in like one location, that would be convenient. So
Just so
one area. Exactly. It's all like right there too. So
Hi, first
Hi.
I'm going to start off by asking you, what is your name?
My name's Kathy.
And what relationship do you have with Oscar?
Well, we moved here 3 years ago. We came up one day. My husband had been born here, and they moved away as a baby, but he needed his birth certificate. We came and saw the courthouse and how beautiful it was, and we fell in love with this place and moved up here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. I will have to ask, what is your favorite thing about Oscar?
What we like, we were drawn to the square, and it just gives a feeling of community for us.
Okay.
That's what we feel about Oskaloosa, is that everybody seems to it's a good community.
Yes. I would have to agree. I love the community.
Yeah.
What would you say the biggest problem we have in Oscar, in Iowa, making it unmodernized?
Well, the first thing I think of, I mean, I don't know if you would call it modernized or not, but for example, I'm a vegetarian and we don't have much in the way of vegetarian food or restaurants, and I would like to see something toward that. I also think that all the truck traffic right through town is a bad thing. I would like to see, the bypass. I like the fact that I was drawn to that there are writers groups and things like that, a lot for writers to do.
Okay. Thank you. So I have to ask, what other cities or towns, what things do they have that makes their cities or town more modernized than Oscar?
Oh, in Iowa? Well, we lived in Burlington, and I'll have to say that it's not very modernized either.
Okay.
We came from California. We lived there for 18 years. And of course, that's just another different story. There's a lot of like theater and movie making and that type of thing. But I mean, we wouldn't have that in Iowa anyway, so.
All right. Well, what is your name and your relation to Oskaloosa, Iowa?
Okay, my name is Caitlin Ardolino, and my relation to Oskaloosa.
Yeah.
So we moved here in 2019, I think. My husband got a job at Musco. I'd never heard of Oskaloosa. I was attending Mount Mercy and getting my bachelor's degree at the time. So I thought I was going to have to go to Drake and drive to Des Moines every day. I had no idea there was a college here, so that was pretty fortuitous. So I finished out my last semester here. We just have been here ever since.
Wow. So, I mean, that was right pandemic time, 2019. How was that transition?
It was okay.
Yeah, I bet. I don't even know
wasn't
how
the
to.
best time.
Yeah.
It's kind of a black hole in my memory, to be honest. The kids stayed. I kept the kids home. My littlest was in kindergarten. My older was in first grade, so I homeschooled them while I was getting my master's degree.
Okay,
so
that's a
that
lot.
was a lot. Yeah, it wasn't too bad though. So, it was what it was.
I mean, that's amazing. Going on, it's almost 6 years, right? It's about to be.
It doesn't feel like
wow.
that.
What, do you have a favorite memory from being here in Oskaloosa?
The first time we saw the lighted Christmas parade, that was really fun for the kids. They loved it, and it's huge. Like, I had no idea it was going to be that big of a deal.
I hear it's really massive.
Huge.
Yeah,
It really is. And they have all of these giant, like, floats and, I don't know, puppets is the right word. Probably I'd have to talk to Brant.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really big. It was very cold, but the kids were just super psyched, so that was fun.
Yay. Well, we're kind of getting into the topic of modernization. So in your opinion, how could Oskaloosa be modernized?
I think we are on the right track.
Yeah.
Because if you were to ask me, like, what is any negative living here, it would be that there's not enough stuff to do, especially for the kids, your guys' age range. There's just not a lot to do here. We have to go to Des Moines, which isn't that far, so it's not really onerous. But that complex that they're building out by Walmart that has, I think they're having like a pickleball court, a tennis court, the movie theater's going back in there. I don't know if there's a restaurant. I'm assuming there's going to be a restaurant in there.
Like a sports bar.
Yeah, that'll be really nice to have in town, just somewhere else to go.
Yeah.
And with the grant that we've been given, the Great Places in Iowa grant, we've seen a lot of small businesses cropping up. Like a lot of restaurants are kind of filling into the downtown area.
Yeah.
So that's been really nice to see. So just more things for us to do, more ways for all of us to spend our money in this town so that we can reinvigorate the town and it goes back into supporting all of these local businesses.
Yeah, and it's exciting to see how far it's come. I mean, you've just been here for 6 years, but I'm sure you could give us stories on how much you've seen growth in this town.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially the last 2 years, has really kind of bloomed into this high level of activity for those
very
local
lively.
businesses. Absolutely. And there's always been some really cute, small town things. Like Smoky Row is adorable.
Oh, yeah. I love Smoky.
The book vault is really nice to have. The library is beautiful. It's a really... the town has kept a lot of its kind of historic charm while still investing in that growth.
Yeah.
So that's been nice.
When you moved here with your 2 children and your husband, so would you describe Oski as a family-friendly town?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, it would be nice to have a few more things for the kids to do, but if you look around enough, you can find those activities for them. There's sports through the Y, swimming through the Y, there's dance studios around, like very close by. So there's plenty of stuff for them to do.
Yeah.
The elementary school is gigantic, so there's
I don't think I've been to it.
It's the biggest one in the state.
Wow.
Learned.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So random.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Oski caters towards the older generation or more towards the newer?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think that this community does a good job doing both, right?
Yeah.
Because we're in Iowa, so we have to know the demographics skew a little bit older.
Yeah.
But we must have a ton of families here. We have there's like 4 3rd grade classes. It's a huge class. Yeah, Sullivan has, my son has different kids in his class every year. And still like maintaining the same friend group.
Yeah,
so
that's sweet.
Nice.
Wow. So like, we know that there's a lack of the entertainment side, but there are so many businesses here in Oskaloosa. So just with the small businesses that we have now, how can we support them? How can we, just uplift our local businesses?
Well, I think definitely monetarily is going to be the first thing we want to do. So spend local. Don't buy, from a book from Walmart when you can go over to the book vault and buy it,
That's
right?
true.
And
That's
you can
good.
order it, so they'll order that for you.
That's interesting.
But other than just spending your time and your money there, I think our students have a really unique opportunity, especially in the new media program, by offering our services to those businesses to do things like commercials or to help with advertising or to attend events or provide help with attending those events. So things like that, we definitely can get involved in supporting those local businesses too.
And how would we inspire local entrepreneurs that want to start those businesses?
Well, I think there is no limit in space and in local support. So there is a brewery that just opened by the elementary school. It's actually the parents of my son's friend. So it's super cute. And just seeing all of the support they've been getting is so heartening. because everyone gets, when they get excited, right? It's a new thing. It's just a cool new business. So everyone kind of floods in there. And we've noticed the same thing with like the restaurants opening up, the Irish pub, the P.O. box, right? People want to support these local businesses, and they get excited when they see something new in town, right? And oh my gosh, I was so excited when the P.O. box opened, because you've been watching this beautiful old building just get restored. It's like,
I haven't been inside yet.
It's so pretty. But just like the process of seeing them start that renovation, I'm just so psyched, because it's like, it's such a cool building that I wonder what's going to be in there, right? So there's been like months and months and months of anticipation. Like, I'm sure that was felt throughout the community too. But
I guess it could be a bit, I guess folks can lose confidence when it comes to finding confidence and wanting to start something new in a small town, because I mean, I'm a foreigner. I come from out of state, and then coming to a small town. If I wanted to permanently live here, would you say it's easily accessible to find community here in Oskaloosa?
Definitely easy to find community. And there's honestly a huge real estate market. So if you want to stay,
real estate? Okay, good to know. Well, we're going to move on to more of the roads and traffics, because I mean, I'm just so curious to hear your opinion. We've heard from 4 to 5 people, and they have opinions. So just talk to me about truck traffic. How does that involve you in any way?
Well, okay, anyone driving on A knows that it's just heinous. There needs to be an overpass so we don't have the semis on A Avenue. It's just makes everything too congested. I've noticed that there are less accidents on A now that they put that like turning lane in. I know a lot of people, it's really contentious, and a lot of people don't like the turning lane. I'm not really sure why. I think it's better, and it like at least allows you to turn. Whereas like you might be waiting on A for a good 10 minutes to turn off. But what
about the roads? I know that we're fixing a few, and there's some progress happening, but I mean, there are plenty of more that can be fixed.
We can definitely work on that, and I think we're getting there. It just needs to, it can't happen in the winter. So maybe next summer we'll see these things start to really take hold and start happening. It seems like it's hard to get contractors to this town for some reason, but I don't know much about it. I don't have too many complaints about the road system. It's fine. Seems I'm from Illinois, but when we moved to Iowa, we were in a very small town, so we were on dirt roads, so this doesn't bother me.
Well, I'm from Illinois as well, so I can definitely relate to you in that sense. If you had anything that's just a desire in your heart that you would love to see here in Oskaloosa, Iowa, what would it be? We'll start in the food category.
Okay.
Yes.
What I want?
Kind of on the spot a little bit.
No, you're fine. I would say sushi, but we are so landlocked.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Maybe a vegetarian place. I think that would get a lot of traction, and it might invite people to try some new things.
Are you into coffee shops?
Yes.
I see them on the rise, like slowly but surely they're coming about, and I love how we have Smoky Row, and I think there's one more I'm missing.
Scooters.
Is it Scooters?
I think so.
And then there's another one.
There is another one.
I just don't remember what it's called, but
there used to be where Untamed Nutrition was. That used to be a breakfast place, so that had coffee. There is another coffee shop. I can't remember what it's called.
I can't remember either, but I think it'd be really beneficial for this. Maybe around this campus, students just love to go in places and
somewhere where they can hang out and have like a lounge space, because it's not.
We need a Chipotle in town.
Unprofessional.
I don't know if I should take that as a hint to wrap up, or
you're done.
That would be nice. I would like Chipotle, but
it would be great.
More towards. Maybe home decor. What's a place that you would like to see here?
Everything's online now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe a world market.
That's true.
Maybe there's a world market in Des Moines.
Is it fair to say that modernizing Oskaloosa would involve including a Menards? is that a place that we can put in there? I don't know.
Yeah, we get Menards over by Walmart.
That would be interesting. It can happen.
We do have that little True Value, but
Yeah.
it's not quite the same as the big box store.
Well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming in and meeting with us.
No problem.
This has
It was
been
a pleasure.
amazing.
Aw, thank you.
Of course.